Let me give you the tip of the month. This pearl here, no, this jewel is available at the Danish webshop Kun Det Bedste, and at a price that is much lower than what it cost anywhere else. And not only is it a bargain, it is also known for being one of the best high-end cask series in the world. Let's check it out. Hi guys, or should I say hi, and welcome to this episode of High on Gin. The Japanese gin Ki Noh Bi is known for making some of the finest and most delicate gins in the world. And their high-end gin series is their cask version. That is a classic Ki Noh Bi gin filled into some of the finest Japanese cases and then matured or monitored during the maturation process until they find the balance just right between the fine notes from the Ki Noh Bi gin and the notes from the barrel. And this is done by using, of course, time to mature the gin in the cask and by adjusting the gin with these 6 elements that Ki Noh Bi uses. But let me get back to those 6 elements. Ki Noh Bi has done 20 releases of these special editions over the years. You know, very limited editions with an outturn between 350 to about 1,000 bottles when they do this. Only one release was at 1,800 bottles. The series are released for a specific geographical area or customer, so they can be extremely difficult to come by. And 3 days ago, I realized that the Danish webshop Kun Det Bedste had the 3rd edition on their webshop. What, I said. And not only that, I also realized that at a price at 799 Danish kroner, or about 110 euros or 130 US dollars, this is about half or less than what others are selling this 3rd edition for. I know 799 is a lot of money, but trust me when I say it is not expensive. There are only 720 bottles of this 3rd edition, so it's pretty rare. So my tip to you, if you're looking for a high-end, top-of-the-line, limited edition of a cask gin, this is, well, as good as it gets. And since I do not know how many they have left, don't wait too long, because this offer will definitely not last. That I can guarantee you. But let's take a closer look at Ki Noh Bi and, of course, at this special edition. To me, Ki Noh Bi is one of the finest and coolest gin producers in the world. This yuzu-centric gin is crystal clear, it is sharp, and it is super detailed. It is precise as a samurai sword. It is as Japanese as a gin can get. And since it starts in 2016, it has been very focused on Kyoto and its history, the culture, the artisanship, the craftsmanship, and not least to use and reflect the local botanicals. Ki Noh Bi divides their botanicals into these elements, 6 of them. The first element is what they call the base. It is juniper, of course, and then it's orris root and hinoki wood. And hinoki is this Japanese cypress that adds an additional aroma of kind of spicy lemon and resinous pine needles. On top of that, the second level is herbs, sancho pepper and kinomi sprout, which is the peppercorns and the leaves of this prickly ash tree that provides a spiciness and aromatic notes like kaffir lime leaves. The third element is spice, and here they use ginger. The fourth element is, of course, tea. This is a Japanese gin, so of course they use tea. Here they use gyokuro green tea that has this rich multi-layered flavor that is unlike any kind of green tea, and one of the most expensive green tea at all. The fifth element is, of course, citrus. Yuzu is used, and then lemon. Yuzu is this super aromatic citrus fruit, and lemons are from Hiroshima. That's famed for being particularly aromatic, sweeter and less acidic than other varieties, like the famous lemons that you know from the Amalfi Coast. And the final layer is what they call fruity and floral. Here it is bamboo leaves with their mild sweet taste with faint notes of green tea, and red perilla, which is kind of minty licorice taste. When the master distiller does the gin, he distills each of the 6 elements separately, and then he blends them to perfection. And the reason for this is his belief that botanicals needs different cuts called head, heart, and tail. And they need different temperatures to get the most out of each of them. And underneath all these elements are this rice-based spirit that has a soft and slightly sweet notes of vanilla cream, hints of citrus, and undertones of sweet grass. The spirit gives this luxurious and velvety texture that is, ultimately gives this delicious and smooth overall experience, at least in a Ki Noh Bi gin. And even the packaging for Ki Noh Bi is carried out by a local Karakami shop, and this one was established in 1624. Karakami is this fine paper that the Japanese uses for their doors. The beautiful patterns and gold and silver design of Karakami is applied as a motif to create the package that really brings out the ambience of Kyoto with it. The 3rd edition here has been aged in a sherry cask previously used to mature Karuizawa single malt whiskey. Hard to say. And this is one of the most cult of Japanese whiskeys, and the distillery was closed in 2011. Famed for its intense sherry cask mature drams. The price for these barrels, and not least the whiskeys, has skyrocketed in the last decade. And just look at this bottle here. How this bottle can be so smooth and soft, I don't know. And the label, boy, this is so beautiful. The label is this unique mask and, used in No, a form of traditional Japanese theater originating in the 14th century. The company called Number One Drinks Company used these types of pictures when they were bottling a series of Karuizawa single cask whiskeys. And that is the cask that is used for this gin. And the unique masks became synonymous with this famous whiskey. And in honor of this cult whiskey distillery and the series, Ki Noh Bi has chosen to use this No mask on their special edition. That is also the reason why Ki Noh Bi is spelled here, you can see, with an H to honor the No. This gin here will be opened at some special occasion with some of my very good gin friends, or maybe with my wife. So I will be back once the seal has been broken. But I promise you, I will break the seal. And if you're not familiar with the Ki Noh Bi gin, I strongly suggest that you try them out. I realized that Kunde Best had several Ki Noh Bi gins, and among them this brilliant kit that I also bought. And here you get the original Ki Noh Bi gin, you get the Ki Noh tea, which is has this extra element of Japanese tea, and then they have the Ki Noh Bi Sei, which is the original Ki Noh Bi gin, but with an ABV of 54.5, a citrus-centric gin on steroids, so to speak. So guys, there you have it, my warmest recommendations to check out Kunde Beste and their series of gin. This Ki Noh Bi limited edition was not the only gin that really caught my eye. Until next time.